Hey, welcome to RCAM. I'm your host, Ryan, and thank you for tuning in today. So, I decided we have so much bad news that I wanted to start off this episode with some good news. So, this is probably one of the best things to happen in 2021. So, for those of you who are unfamiliar, something happened on April 24th that was just amazing. And this is going to be go down in history as the Battle of the Joshes. So about 1 year ago, a guy named Josh Swain decided to message everybody with the same name as him through Facebook. He then gave all of these people coordinates and challenged them to a fight. And the victor would earn the right to keep their name, and everybody else would have to change their name. And he gave all these people 1 year to prepare. So here's the original post. So, to everyone's delight, 1 year later, on April 24th, all the Joshes gathered together in one place for the epic battle royale. But it turns out they were not all able to meet at the original coordinates because I guess these coordinates landed them on a farm, and the owner was not too keen on having this epic fight on his property. So in the end, the Josh who organized the event, he ended up changing the coordinates to an open and public field, which I actually think that this was just a huge missed opportunity for the guy that had this farm. I think, like, who would not want to host that type of event? Maybe for like liability reasons, but if I owned that farm, I would have been like, come on over, Josh's. But I wanted to show you guys just a quick clip of that fight. Here it is. God, that is so awesome. I love meme culture. And in the end, the victor of this epic battle was one of the smallest Joshes of them all. And he ended up getting the crown and being dubbed the winner of this event. And here's a picture of this guy. So I loved everything about this. I loved how essentially meme culture manifested itself into a real thing. What started out as a joke turned into reality, and this was actually used for good. So the Battle of the Joshes actually raised, I think, about $8,000 for the Children's Hospital and Medical Center Foundation in Omaha, which I just think is awesome, and I just think is a good cause, and something that turned out, something lighthearted turned into something that was ultimately used to help people. And I also think that this brought the internet together around something good. And I think we need more of this, more stuff like this happening, because we live in such a negative culture. We're constantly being bombarded by negativity that it's nice to see something like this happen, especially when it's a meme, and something that just started out like a joke becoming just a real thing. I just think that was awesome, and it was something that I hope happens again, and I hope more things like it happen. So another story that I wanted to talk about today was a gender reveal party that went horribly wrong. So apparently there was this gender reveal party explosion that was so intense that it came off like an earthquake. So this is an excerpt from an article from The Guardian. It reads, "Gender reveal party using 80 pounds of explosives sets off earthquake report." It continues, "A New Hampshire New Hampshire family's gender reveal party was such a blast that it set off reports of an earthquake and could be heard across state lines, police said. Okay, so the gender reveal party didn't actually cause an earthquake, but was detected in earthquake reports. Evidently, the blast was also so powerful that one person reported their pictures were being knocked off the walls, and the man who facilitated this event was ultimately arrested. So. I got a couple thoughts on this. So I think it's safe to say that we can tone it down just a little bit with our gender reveal parties. Now, I'm not hating on explosives either, by the way. My wife and I used fireworks for ours, but they were little fireworks. We weren't stockpiling 80 pounds of explosives. So I think you're getting into dangerous territory when your explosions are so loud and so intense that they could be heard across state lines. And I think the chances of something going wrong increase exponentially when this level of explosives are being used. Fortunately for this guy, he was only arrested. However, there have been a few stories in the past couple of years where people die from gender reveal parties. And we actually had a local incident happen here in New York where a father was assembling his explosive device for his gender reveal party, but it exploded and it killed him. And I think this is a tragedy, and I think it's actually an avoidable tragedy. We should be far more concerned about being there for our children than going viral. And at the end of the day, it's not going to matter to your kids how awesome the explosion was for your gender reveal party if you aren't around for their birth, let alone the rest of their lives. Instead, they're going to be haunted for the rest of their lives that their parent died doing something that would ultimately bear no significance in the long run. Again, I'm not against gender reveal parties, but let's make it a point to avoid the explosives and stick to something safe that will guarantee we're going to be around for our children. Your kids need you more than the internet needs another gender reveal video. Anyway, that is all I have for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you enjoy this content, please like, follow, and subscribe. I'm on most major platforms. And also, I'd love to hear from you guys. Feel free to comment, share your thoughts. And thank you again for tuning in. Be blessed. Deuces.